In a blistering comedic takedown that left the studio audience erupting with howls of laughter, music superstar John Legend unleashed an uproarious torrent of mockery squarely aimed at Meghan Markle during his appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon yesterday evening. The Grammy-winning singer-songwriter, actor, and media mogul was on the NBC program promoting his new album, but quickly stole the show by repeatedly skewering the former royal as a delusional wannabe, chasing cheap publicity stunts. "Yeah, I'm just gonna come out and say it, Meghan Markle is a straight-up wannabe," in the most cringe-worthy sense of that dig at unfulfilled fame-chasing, Legend quipped to a thunderous roar from the audience. "She just wants all the publicity and attention of being a famous celebrity without having done any of the actual work to earn legitimate fame or a real substantive legacy." The singer, who has been outspoken about his disdain for the Duchess' self-victimizing antics in recent years, did not hold back in his ruthless mockery of Markle's relentless pursuit of unearned admiration through vapid publicity stunts. When Fallon asked about recent controversies and negative press surrounding the former Suits actress, Legend shrugged nonchalantly. "I mean, what do you really expect from someone whose towering legacy is essentially some minor cable TV acting roles married into forced relevance through the British royal family, only to literally disown actual family values, traditions, and duties in the most petulantly selfish way imaginable once presented with the reality that being royalty isn't all a glamorous spectacle catering to your every whim?" The jab about Markle unceremoniously quitting her senior royal duties out of admitted frustration that the role was not the constantly adored experience she had envisioned was met with raucous laughter and applause. Grinning triumphantly at the overwhelmingly enthusiastic reaction, Legend was just getting warmed up on his impromptu comedic roast. "Listen, we all know what this is really about at the end of the day. Meghan fooled herself into thinking she was a talented actress with serious mainstream fame potential before meeting Harry. When that clearly wasn't panning out after some mid-level basic cable roles, she saw an angle to latch onto real A-list celebrity by working her way into becoming an actual princess." Legend paused briefly to fully relish the wave of uproarious laughter from the audience over that sardonic zinger landing perfectly. Once the howling reaction died down slightly, he continued his skewering of Markle in full comedian mode. "And hey, I'll give her this much credit in the delusion game. That's one hell of an ambitious master plan to chase unearned fame and fortune on an international tabloid level the likes of which the world had never seen. Meghan's officially a reality show icon for trying to transform literal real-life royalty into some tawdry Kardashian-level celebrity scheme rather than actually doing the job with duty and honor like an adult." At this, the audience completely lost control in hysterical fits of laughter lasting nearly a full minute before Legend could continue. Fallon, himself struggling to contain his own hysterics at this point, tried to rein the conversation back towards the music superstar's reason for appearing. Okay, let's get back to talking about your incredible new music to move things Al." But Legend dismissively waved off the host's attempt to segue, hell-bent on doubling down with more uproarious ridicule for the Duchess. Nah, Jimmy, I'm just getting warmed up here," he exclaimed mischievously to thunderous cheers. "We all know the most hilarious part of this entire saga is how badly this thirsty little fame puppet miscalculated and completely deluded herself." The singer-songwriter then launched into an extended, uncensored tear of side-splitting comedic material riffing on how Markle arrogantly assumed fans would embrace her upon quitting the royal family in a blaze of self-promoting glorified victim narratives. He relentlessly mocked her, comically overestimating her pitiful D-list acting resume while assuming it represented legitimate talent or accomplishment, qualifying her for widespread mainstream fame and unlimited attention from adoring fans. I mean, really, did this chick really convince herself that a handful of years starring on some low-budget basic cable legal drama qualified as some tremendous artistic achievement on the level of Elizabeth Taylor or Marlon Brando? Legend howled between wheezing fits of hysterical laughter that infected the entire studio audience. At one point during the non-stop barrage of hilarious insults, Fallon was laughing so hard he nearly fell out of his chair and onto the floor. As Legend showed no signs of relenting in his uproarious comedic evisceration of Markle's delusional wannabe antics and thirst for fame, the studio audience was in a near riot of raucous pandemonium. By the time he finally started winding down nearly 15 minutes later, everyone from the crew to the audience's very stars were struggling to catch their breaths and wipe tears of laughter from their eyes. In what became an instant iconic television moment, Legend attempted to end his scorched earth comedic pulverization of the Duchess on one last singer. Ultimately, Meghan's entire debacle just showcases what a prime wannabe really looks like, someone chasing unearned global fame at any cost without actually accomplishing any real substantive achievements first. And yeah, I said it, the Duchess of Delusion is officially a full-on wannabe. As the crowd completely descended into thunderous hysterics experiencing a potential meltdown from borderline oxygen deprivation, it was clear Fallon's Tonight Show would be forced to cut directly to commercial break, surrendering any chance of promoting Legend's new music after being comprehensively and uproariously upstaged by the star's hysterical roast of the disgraced Duchess. The story doesn't provide any specific details about reactions from Meghan Markle's supporters to John Legend's mocking comments on The Tonight Show. It focuses solely on describing Legend's ruthless comedic roast of Markle and the raucous laughter and cheers it received from the studio audience. However, we can reasonably infer that Markle's supporters and those sympathetic to her likely did not react positively to Legend's scathing insults and ridicule. Some potential reactions her fans may have had: outrage and anger over Legend's harsh, bullying language, calling Markle a wannabe, and mocking her acting career/skills. Accusations that Legend's jokes were misogynistic and unfairly targeted Markle as a woman trying to criticize her life choices. Claims that the comments were racially insensitive or motivated, given Markle's biracial background. General condemnation that Legend went too far in his mockery and punching down at Markle, who her fans see as being mistreated. Demands that Legend and/or the network apologize for allowing such crass insults about Markle on national television. Criticizing the audience for cheering and laughing at Legend's mean-spirited jokes instead of defending Markle. Backlash on social media from Markle's supporters expressing disappointment in Legend and attempting to cancel him. While the story doesn't depict it, there was likely a strong negative reaction and backlash from Meghan's fan base over Legend's unrepentant lampooning and mean-spirited ridicule of the Duchess during his television appearance. Her defenders definitely would not have approved of or cheered the jokes.